I mean, are EG...
I want to
Are they
see...
doomed now?
No, I want to see actually Sumail Axe, because he actually plays Axe and he plays Timbersaw.
It's true.
So I like that.
Yeah, I want to see those two heroes.
Hey, did Timbersaw get a buff this patch?
Only if their strength enemy carries are picked.
Yeah.
That's the only way.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah, that's true. And Bloodstone got buffed. Yeah. It could be a Timbersaw patch.
And Cheap Hood.
A Cheap Hood?
Yeah.
Dude, Timbersaw is back in the meta.
It's going to be the new Rage in a month. We're on to something.
I am.
In a month?
In a month?
Why not right now?
Yeah.
Because teams aren't as smart as Owen.
It's true.
But he's going to cast this game and he's going to tell them. The word will be widespread because everybody is going to watch EG Boba play Dota.
That is probably true, actually.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
When
think
EG Boba Dota... When EG Boba plays Dota, then people just... They gather around.
Yeah, they really do. They start to get down on their knees and pray. It's amazing.
They pray that he has a good game.
You don't need to pray for that.
What? For Bulbas to have a good game?
Yeah, he's just going to have a good game.
He's got to believe. Trust in the man. Trust in Sam.
It
Uncle
is
Sam.
draft time, guys.
Doom first pick for the Spirit. EG. What's still in the pool here for the boys?
We have Enchantress Lich.
Lone Druid, first pick.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, Sumail Axe. Is it the prophecy's true?
I'm curious if it's going to be a Sumail or a Bulbax,
Is it some?
actually.
Ryu Prophet.
I'd like to see Sumail Axe.
Yeah.
But I guess you're right, Bulba. Dude, it is. Dude, it's Bulba Lone Druid. It's Sumail Axe. It's got to be.
It might actually.
Yeah.
No, it might also be AY Lone Druid. He plays that hero as well with the Bulbax.
No,
They wouldn't put Bulba constantly farming in pubs for like a week on Lone Druid just to switch up. But I agree with you though.
It's possible.
AY is a mean Lone Druid.
Crazy on the hero.
He was one of the people that actually also renewed his item builds like way in the past, way back.
Yeah, he did. I think he was the one who started with the Armlet.
Yes.
Armlet Lone Druid?
Yes.
That's nearly as good as Armlet Wind Ranger.
No, that was the thing.
That was
because
actually
back
so
then,
good.
Armlet didn't actually reduce the HP of the Spirit Bearer.
That's right. Yeah. Great bug abuse. Yeah. Good job,
well,
Hour.
the bug abuse that
Just
stayed
like
in the
Techie's
game for a
TFR.
very long time.
Yeah, it did. It was there for such a long time.
Yeah.
So far, which opening do you like more?
Sumail Axe.
I think the Team Spirit one is kind of nice because it's kind of well-rounded. They could still run a position 4 Doom or an offlane one, and just think they have more options.
If they run position 4 Doom though, then I feel like EG are going to get Enigma maybe 4th or 5th pick for Fear. He's run that a lot. It depends on how well these lanes are going to go. I'm very curious where they're going to put the heroes. I mean, do you now put Sumail offlane Axe, give him some help? I think Dazzle is still really good. We saw, Elite Wolves have great success. You need a good, sustained hero to kind of go along with Axe. EG, Wisp is the best hero in my opinion against the Doom. And just for those relocate saves, the heal saves, but I don't know if EG are necessarily going to run it. What do you think, Pika?
I don't know about the Wisp. I'm curious if they're actually going to run something like a safe lane X even.
You think that's a possibility?
Yeah, I think it's a possibility. We saw, I know that Complexity likes to run Lim. Even back on NIP, they used to run safe lane X a lot.
That's true.
And teams I've played on in the past, we also used to run X safe lane. I feel like X is one of those heroes that can kind of go anywhere. And also, the X safe lane kind of is similar to Slaughter in a sense. You get the blink kind of early on, much faster than you would in an off lane. And from there, you kind of just you roam around the map and you get kills for your team. And also, you can be in the jungle, so they don't really know what you're doing.
And it secures his farm, right? That's the bigger thing, too. And you have Lone Druid pulling in the off lane already, so that's why they can go for the safe lane Axe. It's a very good call. It can happen. Just how aggressive do EG want to play? And do they want to prioritize Sumail actually getting a fast blink dagger in the safe lane or going aggressive with him?
What do we make of the Phoenix and the Morphling ban? We just saw Phoenix in the Empire game and he did really well as a support Phoenix. So is that the reason you think he's going to get it's banned here?
I think it's against both the Lone Druid and the Axe.
Yeah.
Two heroes that don't really, they're not able to kill the egg. They get affected by the second spell, the spirits.
Yeah.
And on top of that, the sun ray, it really.
Okay, we saw it just work against Adfin real well, so.
Yeah, Miposhka played a really good Phoenix in that game.
Could have had the Phoenix return with Treant. Go black. No, he tried to make the treant work yesterday. It didn't really work out. All right,
Why
there we
steal
go.
that Axe? I mean,
Magnus.
this
Dusa.
is...
Actually,
Either way, you think Spirit could be thinking about something like that?
all honestly, I think you should be thinking about that.
About the Dusa?
And Magnus. I mean,
Yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to a Dusa here. I think that this might actually be a Fear Nax. I wouldn't be too surprised if they did run a jungle Nax, because I know that they have been running that hero.
You know
you
what would
can't
be
go
funny?
into the Ancient anymore at level 6 though,
No.
so it's not the best anymore. But
Yeah, that's true.
so I don't know if you can get away with running Lifestealer in jungle anymore. That's why I'm just skeptical about that.
Yeah, no, for sure. You could probably be right. I just have a
He said I was
hard
right for
time
once,
seeing
guys.
why they
We
would
made
pick
it.
the Lifestealer up against the Winter Wyvern. It's kind of
It's kind of
strange.
weird, yeah. I know.
All these melee heroes
Well, it's
up
really
against
physical
the Winter
damage
Wyvern.
cores,
Yeah.
But they must have some plan. We saw actually Team Spirit go for a very melee heavy core lineup as well. It didn't work out for them, and it was a little bit wonky with a Kunkka and a Shadow Demon.
What if they do? I honestly think they might do Axe jungle and then put maybe Puck
Axe
mid
jungle.
for EG. I think they're
Puck
trying
is
to get
banned.
Puck.
Oh, okay, now maybe Queen of Pain then. Now
X jungle could work potentially. Yeah, I could see that work.
Well, Queen of Pa-
and then they'll put Lifestealer safe lane, Lone Druid off, and then they'll try to do because they still need some kind of vehicle for Lifestealer.
I could see that work, and they want to have many cores up against the Doom. So yeah,
Yeah.
potentially they could be running the X in there.
I mean, you don't think they could go back for something like the Sumail Wind Ranger?
They could still pick up the Wind Ranger,
Ranger's
or even the
fine,
Queen of
but
Pain, or
I
you know
think
anything
Queen of Pain's
really.
better for the initiation
for the mid lane.
factor.
Okay, by the way, guys, don't worry. I know that these two guys will be commentating the match. They will run over in our last pick. I know there were somewhere there, so.
We were gonna save that. We were supposed to say now we're a two-man
No,
panel.
I can't because people were freaking out. I was like, where are our commentators? Nobody knew, so I had to.
People were freaking
Oh,
out.
okay.
Yes,
Who?
in my ear.
On your head.
Yeah, it's like, don't throw the commentators, we don't know where they are.
We're here,
Ruined it
guys.
for us.
Don't worry.
You ruined
I
it for
am very
chat, though.
sorry, but things needed to be cleared up. Okay, so continue talking about the draft by all means.
Well,
You were talking about Axe Jungle having.
Axe jungle, Fierce safe lane, LD on the off lane by Bulba.
very
So we're still looking for some
greedy
else here, right?
We actually
It's-
said before
you
that
like to be greedy.
they should be try to be.
I think you
a
can
little
be
bit
greedy
less
against
greedy,
Spirit.
though.
I think you can go greedy against
Team
Spirit.
Spirit might go aggressive though now. It depends on how they want to do it. Yeah,
Yeah, it's gonna be the Queen.
It's
of
the
Pain.
quad. Well, you said
I think
The vessel
this
for
could be
life,
a very nice brood game. I know Doom is already there, but Venge could be core for Illidan carry, and then have a Phonic Broodmother.
there's a really good brood game against an Axe.
Well, the
Alright,
Axe,
I-
we don't really know where the Axe is going,
Axe is
right?
gonna be jungle.
It looks like they have too many cores, so most likely the X is gonna jungle, unless they're gonna jungle one of the other heroes, which is
Possible
kinda
Lone
strange.
Druid.
I guess if they do pick Broodmother, they will be putting Axe in
Yeah,
the
I
lane.
feel like X is
actually.
the one who could jungle the
Actually.
best out of these, I think.
Damn it.
It's
I'm
only
really not sure.
X does jungle the best, but I was only stating Cheever's to her point.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
if
yeah.
you pick up Brood, you have to send the Axe against
Yeah.
Brood, and then Lone Druid would probably
mean-
have to
Correct,
go to the
yeah.
jungle.
I mean, this is more than certainly going to be a Phonic Doom, though, isn't it, on the offlane?
Yeah, most likely.
Yeah.
Illidan does
I mean,
play
it
Vengeful
could be an
Spirit
Illidan
core,
Venge. It could
but
still definitely be an Illidan Venge. That's a certain.
I'm not sure if you want to have a Vengeful Spirit core against the cores that EG have, though. You don't want to come too close. You want to be able to keep them at a distance. Vengeful Spirit, when she's going to use her swap, she's going to
is it-
suicide
I mean,
that.
I think, are going to hit over.
Yes,
Oh,
run.
now?
You should run.
Okay. I mean, last words. Do you think it'll be Illidan Drow Ranger to finish that one off?
That'll be Ben,
could
maybe.
That.
potentially be a hero.
Yeah.
Leave it in the capable hands of Shiva and Ryu.
Rip panel.
I thought you were just gonna say me.
Oh, come on.
Oh.
I got her back for you.
Okay, Ryu, stuck with you now.
All
Yeah.
alone. There's actually
There's actually nobody left.
there's nothing. Where's? I can't talk to anybody but Shiva now. Help. Send help.
Okay, so for last picks, we already had Owen predict the Drow Ranger here for Team Spirit, which could be a very good one, but we have a Rider banned by EG. That means that they're expecting a Vengeful Spirit core. seems-
It's still potential there. I think they might go aggressive. That's the thing, right? When you pick this heavily greedy lineup from EG, and it looks like you're gonna have a jungler somewhere.
Yeah.
You can go aggressive, like either aggressive dual lane or aggressive tri lane, and rotate around and get maybe some kills. It depends on now what they're gonna get now for Team Spirit though. Very curious to see what they get. I don't think Drow is necessarily the best thing. You're on a timer because Queen of Pain and Axe can just be in your face all the time with Drow. So it's going to be potentially hard for them. They could get picked off constantly. Or the Drow Ranger, I mean. So might not be the best situation for her. But you have the Venge swap. You have the save with the Winter Wyvern Cold Embrace as well as just the ulti. So it still can be a good hero here.
Okay. And AG?
They needed just a solid support. Kind of depends on like the last pick from Team Spirit.
Is IO still an option here? Oh, it's a Chaos Knight.
So against a Chaos Knight, maybe some AoE clearance. Think either Dazzle for PPD or a Witch Doctor. Is Witch Doctor banned? I can see. Yeah, I think Witch Doctor is probably the best hero here for EG. Without a doubt. The stun going on to the illusions, making it so that it stays for 5 seconds to heal against the Doom. Sustain push. If I had to bet,
The venue might be closed for the public, but we have some diehard fans there. Oh, I like that Crystal Maiden.
yeah, you have 3 core, like actually, I want to say 3 cores because Lone Joy is not the best with CM Aura, but it's going to be really nice to have that for these, you know, melee cores, just having that extra regen. Freezing Field can be a very big thing. If one person, I think there's 2 people in the game, Puppy and PPD make CM ultis work all the time.
It's a treat to watch. I'm a Crystal Maiden player. I just love watching those guys play because they make it look like this amazing, super strong hero, and in my hands it just feels like it's just crystal melting.
Yeah,
in
just die every
Lena's words, I believe that
very,
is.
like minute.
Yeah. So who do you favor?
I think EG has I think EG plays better, and I think they're gonna be able to get away with this greed just because they're going against this Team Spirit lineup. That doesn't. If Team Spirit can show me more from this game, I'll be believers in them.
Okay, I'm gonna go for Team Spirit. I believe that they have what it takes to punish the greed from evil geniuses, and unfortunately, with that, I also believe that it's gonna go to 3 games. But we'll save that for later, guys. It is time for,
80-minute
I
game.
believe, our first game. If the commentators are ready, we're gonna go to OD Pixel and PyCat for some evil geniuses versus Team Spirit.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Game 1 of the final series of the day. It's going to be EG up against the side of Team Spirit. I'm OD Pixel, I'm here with PyCat. We managed to make it our way over here to the caster panel, and we're good to go. So let's get ourselves in game, into the action, as it's all about to kick off here. There we have it. And so the final picks, indeed. So Illidan getting himself that CK, and EG are going to be able to grab themselves that classic PPD Crystal Maiden. So now with the drafts completed, PyCat, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, we're gonna see PPD here on the classic bitch mode role. Crystal Maiden supporting the 4 cores. That's what you do in, you know, the sad guy in pubs.
Look at this.
Yeah, the bear is actually going to go down here. This is really big. And Illidan is the one who's gonna get that last 300 gold on top of... He already has his Orb of Venom, and he has a Mango Tango, and now with the Stout Shield, obviously. They're also gonna get the D word right away here, so off to a very, very good start for Team Spirit. 87 experience up on 2 heroes and 75 on 2 of them. So yeah, very good start for Team Spirit. They're actually going to give the bounty rune up to the Axe. So Sumail is gonna go mid without bounty rune.
Oh, it's gonna be interesting.
This is interesting.
I mean, this matchup as well. So Sumail on his co-op up against Iceberg's Wind Ranger. I always want to fly at the moment, just getting the block. We'll see if the Wyvern does hang around a little bit. But, I mean, how do you expect this kind of matchup to go, both in terms of the heroes and the player skill as well?
Well, I mean, I think just in terms of skill, I would favor Sumail. The thing is, he's going up against the Windrunner who's going to have an early flash because she gets that bounty rune, right? And on top of that, there's going to be the Winter Wyvern sitting mid and kind of harassing Sumail because they know that he does... Oh, actually, they don't know that he... No, they do know because they have a ward on the top rune, so they know that he has no gold for any region. So if they just harass him a bit in the beginning, it's kind of going to help a lot for the Windrunner. But I think Sumail, he could potentially be fine here.
We'll see how much he's able to find. And looking at the rest of the other lanes, top lane.
I'm curious that Fear is actually not jungling already. He's
looking very
walking
aggressive.
around a lot with his axe, and that's kind of strange because I feel like he's wasting a lot of time here by not going into the jungle. He's not stacking, he's not farming. He's actually just on the top lane leeching experience from the Lifestealer.
Yeah, we'll
Boba
see.
on the bottom, he has actually managed to pull some creeps there, so he is getting a little bit of levels, but Team Spirit are doing quite a good job here at pulling their creeps through and denying Boba's experience.
Yeah, I mean, as you said, it's going to be interesting to see how Fear does step this up. Just hanging around with the pull, trying to find what he can, and indeed mid, Sumail going in on Iceberg, but Iceberg just turning, trading the hits back. Iceberg, he's still got himself a Salve, Sumail as well. But and the CS of the mid lane, 7 for 3 against the 5 for 0, so Iceberg still with a slight advantage. And elsewhere, Illidan on the bottom lane, pretty much undisrupted farm. Not a lot that Boba's been able to do about that one here, as he's just backing up to clean up the camp. In the mid lane again, Sumail just going in with the dagger, and Iceberg just trading. No one ready to come out on top. There's going to be a rotation from Go Black, but already Sumail starting to back off. As Go Black, he'll struggle to find much here. He'd really love to throw out his cheap magic missile there with the Arcane Ring. In fact, Sumail, he's going to walk forward into this one with Terra as well, throws out a dagger. He does have a blink. I mean, Sumail just playing on the very limits of this hero here. He should be fine for the time being, but he's got to be careful because he's not got any more regen on him at the moment, and he's only got 400 gold. Yeah, Sumail just, he's got to be very, very aware that if he comes too close, then yeah, he's going to back after that. Just tries to get as much as he can in terms of the wave and the XP, and now he'll back up, regen, and then get himself back out. I mean, top lane, so you're safe lane Lifestealer, Aoi 2000 on it this game. What is the build for Lifestealer in this patch?
Well, I think it varies a bit. I think this game I wouldn't be too surprised if we see him eventually going into the MJ, just to counter up some of those CK illusions, you know, get some attack speed. Too much physical damage is not going to help you that much against the Winter Wyvern, and Avenge might negate some of that damage too with the aura and stuff. So MJ, potentially AC is also pretty good here. Just a lot of attack speed, and so you can get a lot of attacks in rather than go for the raw physical damage from something like a Desolator. Obviously, I think we're going to see an armlet, and then just pretty much the standard stuff I expect coming out from the Lifestealer this game. We see Fear now. He's actually decided to go into the jungle. I was a bit surprised that he actually did spend 2 minutes up on the top lane. I felt like that was time wasted. I mean, he has managed to catch up pretty well because he did get 2 of the setter camps, and there was another camp, I think, there. So he did catch up a bit.
He's going to try and contest Funnick here for the rune. Tries to call him away, but Funnick will still grab the regen.
Also a bit of a delay on that call, actually. He could have definitely gotten that regen rune.
This mid lane matchup, I mean, Sumail and Iceberg, they've been going at it all game here. Sumail. Oh, no. It's close. He's going to salve up. He's got coming up to 800 gold. And I mean, Team Spirit, the same Go Black can always want to fly in as well. We're just ready in case Sumail comes in again. And Sumail just hanging about here. Has, of course, on the courier, the bottle on its way out. We're going to see Go Black look for a wraparound onto Sumail. See if he can catch
just
him
look
off
at
guard.
the investment for actually trying to shut down Sumail.
Oh, that shackle, though. That shackle, absolutely beautiful from Iceberg. Sets it up perfectly, and Team Spirit, as you said, a lot of investment for that, but it's worth it. They get the kill on Sumail's quad.
Yeah, they're investing a lot of heroes into actually shutting down Sumail, and he's still doing fine now. Actually, the first blood finally coming out, and they're actually managing to punish Sumail. Fear is, however, he's getting a lot of farm in the jungle, so they are going to be doing quite okay in terms of experience. However, the CK on the bottom lane, he was just now up to 1500 gold. He's actually going to go for a Midas on the CK. It's going to come out very early. He's going to have it at the 5-minute mark. At the same time, Boba is not having that good of a time. He's only level 3 at the 5-minute mark. Funnick up to 4.5, soon 5, I think, after this creep wave. So I feel like Team Spirit are definitely getting what they want.
Mid lane, Fear
right now
is coming in for a rotation. Pops the Battle Hunger onto Iceberg. Yeah, that and the dagger is going to bring him fairly low, but he's got the bottle charges. I mean, Fear really wants to try for something. He's actually going to come round again, looking to close in onto Iceberg. It's going to be hard to do so. Iceberg will be fine, gets himself back and out of harm's way. But Fear at the moment, just as we saw, just creating space for Sumail. And now 22-22, both of the mid laners absolutely neck and neck. So it's just that little bit of lead in terms of value for Iceberg, thanks to the fact that he did get the first blood. But it's incredibly close, this mid lane matchup. But arguably, it felt like Iceberg did have a little bit more help than Sumail early on.
Yeah, I think a lot more help. He also played that matchup without a bounty rune, without any help whatsoever. Yes, he does have the Arcane Aura, which is going to help him a little bit, so he can use a bit more spells, but definitely a much easier lane for Iceberg to play there, and Sumail's still doing so well. Just goes to show how good this guy actually is at laning.
Well, top lane, going in, open wounds onto Funny. PPD with a slow, he's going to come through. Not going to drop down the Frostbite. Funny. I mean, this man's tanky. 3 points in Scorched Earth and Unholy Aura. We see he gets 37 regen.
Yeah, even
the
the extra 1 armor from the tower. He has his Tranquil Boots. He has that Scorched Earth running. They're opting not to go for him right there. And then, yeah, now they're going to go for him, actually.
With the Frostbite, they'll do it. Nice. Great use of the Infest to guarantee the kill.
They are going to manage to pick off Boba on the Lone Druid.
They get anything in return. Phil was looking for Go Black. Looks like that's not going to be the case. But yeah, as you said, both safe laners finding a bit of positive action.
Yeah, they did overlap their spells a bit on top, the Lifestealer and the Maiden. So, but they still managed to get the kill on the Doombringer. So that's very nice for them. As the Doombringer is quite high level, 5.5. However, this is not great for Boba, who is not even up to level 5 yet. He does not have any gold. His bear is just respawning. He doesn't actually have that much. He does have the Glove of Haste on his Spirit Bear, so he is gonna have that Midas come in at around, I would say, 11 minutes, 10, 11 minutes, which is quite late. Actually, you want to have it around the 9-minute mark on the Lone Druid.
As we can see, I mean, yeah, this Illidan CK is going to get very, very scary. I mean, after the Midas, what do you just go back to the standard, get yourself the armlet, and just move on as per usual with the CK?
I think so. I think he's gonna go for something along the lines of, you know, maybe an armlet into, could be like treads, something like that. Even potentially drums. I wouldn't put him past him to buy something like that.
Oh, that power shot nearly did Sumail in there. Very, very close. I mean, at this point in the game, I can't help but feel that Team Spirit are going to be the ones that is just happy with the way that this is going.
Yeah, for sure. I think Team Spirit they're quite content with the way things are going right now. They're getting all the farm that they want, kind of, and they're getting the levels that they need. Their Vengeful Spirit is a bit under-leveled, yes, but that's one hero that you don't actually care that much about the levels right now on. I think they're totally fine.
We'll see Funnick now hitting that level 6. Aoi 2000 on top of the Helm Fire Wheel, 1k gold. So he's working towards that armlet. He's not going to have it quite yet. Wind Ranger, 1k
I think
gold
we're about to
Iceberg.
see an Infest gank maybe here.
Okay.
AUI looks to be going with Fear. Fear has 1 smoke on him, so AUI is following him. I'm assuming this is going to be a gank on the bottom lane. He's going to go here. They're going to smoke right about now. It's actually going to be a 3-man gank. I mean, Infest, the Queen of Pain.
Yeah, this is. I mean, still got a little bit of time on the DD. They've got Sonic Wave up.
And we did just see also the scan come out from Evil Geniuses on the bottom lane.
This could be a big wraparound if they can catch him out. It may just be the Venge tanking the gank, and indeed jumping straight on to Go Black. He'll put the Fairy Fire. It's not going to keep him alive as EG. They find themselves 1. Can they find themselves any more? In fact, Illidan going to come in, brings Fear back, and now out comes the ult. He gets an extra illusion through in the Doom. Dropped onto Aoi. Now EG, they've got to get themselves out of here. The Shackle onto Sumail. He'll get the blink off in time. The Root holding Funny back. PBD turning through as well. Splinter Blast, though, bouncing across onto Sumail. It will take down Aoi there. As the side of Spirit, they find themselves 2 off the back of just losing the Vengeful Spirit and off the back of a rotation that was EG kicking it off themselves there.
Yeah, EG unfortunately running into the Vengeful Spirit, not being able to find that CK. Fear didn't get the call off in time on the Doom and the CK, so he does end up getting stunned and dies right away. The Doom coming out on the next, so he has to just run, and then he dies to the Splinter Blast from the Winter Wyvern. So things going the way of Team Spirit right now, and this Chaos Knight he's gonna become a problem, I think.
He really, I mean, we've seen games in the past as well. Chaos Knight for Illidan, it's one of his favourites. He knows what to do with this hero, and it can be absolutely devastating.
Tome of Knowledge actually picks up on the Windrunner. Yeah, Illidan on that CK it's one of his, I think, favorite heroes, and also when you get to pick up the Midas that early on in the game, you know that he's gonna have a really good game.
I mean, looking at the net worth now, he's certainly up there. I mean, Aoi doing his best to keep up, only a few hundred behind him.
I'm quite surprised. PPD is actually level 8. He's actually the highest level on his team, tied with AUI. He's ahead of Sumail, he's ahead of Boba, he's ahead of Fear.
Well, we may see on the bottom lane A fight ensues indeed. They'll bring Fear back. He gets off the Berserker's call, but Goldblack with the control. Magic Missile, Wave of Terror to do it. Stand in, they go for more. He may be level 8, but he's still a Crystal Maiden. They'll burst him down quick and easy. Iceberg finding himself the double kill. And it's more and more action here for Spirit, and no answers from EG. Nothing in response to the plays there. And it all just seems a little bit of a mess here from the Americans.
Yeah, quite strange to see these type of plays come out of EG actually.
We're going to see, they are going to find Funnick here. Aoi and Samael working together to go for this one, and Funnick did drop the Doom. Obviously he's not going to be able to find anything from it. At the same time though, Team Spirit trying to find their objectives. Illidan and Always Want to Fly, putting the pressure onto the tier 1 bottom. At the same time, Bulba, he's actually going to find a tower on his own on the top.
This was very big for EG, it's very good. They got the...
Oh, they can find a big fight here as well. They want to try and come in fair, moving in. Illidan is going to pop the old Winter's Curse, holding Aoi back during the rage duration. They'll bring in PPD. Illidan trying to finish that one off. Can he get it with the Chaos Bolt flying through the illusions, going in to seal the deal? They'll find themselves the Crystal Maiden. Splinter Blast, oh, blowing in huge damage. Burst down the quad. Eyes onto Aoi as well. He's going to try and armlet this, toggle his way out of this one. Can he do it? No, brought back in. Oh, he's going to keep himself alive. Aoi stays alive of this one. It's Fear on the run as well. Look at this dive here, classic aggression from Team Spirit, moving straight in. Fear's hiding in the trees, but Iceberg's found him. Fear, he's gonna fall as well. Team Spirit just going in, balls to the wall on this bottom lane, finding themselves 3 kills and getting away scot-free. Classic stuff here from the CIS side.
Yeah, okay, so what happened, they end up getting the kill on the Doom. He wastes his Doom. The Queen of Pain and Nakes, they get him. Then on the bottom lane, PPD TP's in, and Fear, he gets the call onto the CK, but unfortunately PPD at level 8, he actually doesn't have any point in Freezing Field, which I think would have done a lot in that fight. If he used his ultimate there, when the CK was called, I think they could have had enough damage to either kill the CK or even just his illusions, which would have meant PPD wouldn't have died there. They would have had some more damage. He could have gotten out maybe 1 or 2 more Novas in that fight, and I felt like it actually could have turned the fight, but and no point up in the ultimate yet for the Crystal Maiden, even at level 8.
Well, it's just maxing.
And it looks like AUI, is he going for the Echo Saber once again?
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he did go for it earlier on the Sven, and now we're gonna see it again on the Nakes, so it seems like he really likes that item. I don't know if this is for farming or fighting. I mean, the Nakes already does have the Rage, so I'm not really sure why you would go for this item. I know Aoi is someone who likes to do a lot of calculations on items and stuff to see what gives you the most potential for farming and fighting and stuff, so he usually knows what he's doing, but gonna see how this actually plays out.
Elsewhere, you can see the Iceberg. He's just about 700 away from having that completed Aghanim Scepter on the Wind Ranger, and level 11 as well. Thanks to obviously the tone that he took himself up earlier. He's going to get a decent time in on that one. And talking about the man, he's going to call for a pause. Hopefully we can get this underway very, very shortly. We've been quite fortunate in the lack of pauses that this tournament's actually had. We've been pretty good with that. So there we go.
Yeah.
Some
Boba
random noise. There we have it.
Boba has been farming this time for, you know, quite some time now, maybe 5 minutes or so with his Midas, but he's actually only up to 800 gold at the 15-minute mark, and this is where we see some people actually, even offlane lone druids, getting close to, you know, Relic or even Radiance if you're having a great game. Then so he's quite on the farm.
Top lane, Samael jumps in, he's got an Aoi in store. Bursts out, they'll drop the Sonic as well. It's going to be a quick one and a simple one. Just punishing the positioning of Funnick. And that's exactly what EG needs to keep doing. They need to keep finding these fights with that combination, that Lifestealer quad bomb. As that's going to put them both in a really good place as they move forward into the mid-game portion. Because at the moment, it's still this CK Illidan.
Yeah, the CK, he's going to have the armlet finally out to him right now. It's 15 minutes in. Treads, Bracer, Armlet, Midas on CK. He's level 11, and he's going to look to make something happen. I'm guessing that they're just going to take this mid tower. We're going to see if he's actually going to have to invest his ultimate into it or not. But I think if they fight after he pops his ult and armlet, there's no way.
Oh,
no way
onto
EG
C
can
man, then he's still kind of follow up, but no, they don't. It's long enough, and the damage through the ultimate, Illidan rips him to shreds. So Mail down for 30 seconds, and Team Spirit, they'll get the push on. Tier 1's going to fall, and I mean, Illidan
They're not
CK,
going to stop here.
yeah,
They're going to keep going.
2-0-6. He's having an absolutely fantastic game at the moment. He's looking to continue it, as you said. They're just going to keep the pressure on here in the mid. Nothing that EG can really do to deal with this kind of push at this point of the game and this sort of momentum that Team Spirit being able to put together. And 16 minutes in, it's going to be Team Spirit taking themselves a tier 2 from the side of EG, and Aghanim's now done on your Wind Ranger as well. So Team Spirit still keeping themselves on top of this game. I mean, EG, what do they do to start to deal with this? Do they need to try and out-farm the side of Team Spirit, or do they need to look for pickoffs themselves?
They're waiting right now for the X to get his Blink Dagger.
I mean, could Aoi be here? This is... Okay.
That's a good TP out.
It's a very good TP out.
Yeah. So they're waiting for Fear to get his Blink right now, and PVD now has put 1 point into his ultimate. So I don't want to see them smoke up, infest either the Queen of Pain or the X, or we're gonna see a pickoff here on Sumail. He's having a really rough game actually. He's bottom 5, 0-4 and 3, yeah, and they invested a lot into shutting him down, and they've really done that. But yeah, they need this X to get his Blink Dagger as soon as possible, then go for a fight with the Nakes, CM, X, and the Queen of Pain obviously, and then just hope for the best. We're seeing Team Spirit now go for this Roche, and they're gonna put these Sages on Illidan, it seems like. And he's just out of control. No, actually, they choose to put it on the Windrunner. And yeah, that's totally fine, I think. He's the one who's going to be sieging the towers anyway. The CK, he kind of just goes in with his ult and uses that to fight.
Funix got his play about done now on the Doom. Obviously over the side on EG, as you said, Fear needing to get that Blink, has got it.
And, you know, this Blade Mail, it goes through Rage.
That's true.
So
it's very good against lifesteal. I mean, they're very good against a lot of these physical damage dealing cores.
We're gonna see if he actually manages to pop it before. Oh, he will not.
Yeah, can he get it off in time? The Cold Embrace will allow him to, and now with the Winter's Curse onto Fear, Team Spirit could look to try and turn this one. PPD's there, but he gets shackled up. Out comes the Blade Mail and Fear. He's got a run, he can't. There's the Magic Missile to his back, and Iceberg, the man here, picking up another double kill. He's 6-0-5 on the Wind Ranger. I mean, 13-4. EG this game, they are not looking in a great shape at all, Pycat.
They most certainly are not. I think just it seems like nothing is really working for EG right now. AUI with his Echo Saber, I don't know if they actually would have gotten that kill top if he had a different item like even a Desolator or a Maelstrom up there. Obviously, the Cold Embrace kind of doing a lot there, so I kind of don't think that it would have changed much.
I mean, it's an interesting, because I think someone did the maths, and in terms of obviously the attacks that you're getting through the DPS, a Hyperstone is better value. There are other stats that the Echo Saber gives you, but the question is, are those stats really that essential on a lifestealer? And as you said,
yeah, I'm not too sure. I don't think you need the mana regeneration, especially when you have a Crystal Maiden on your team. So I am a bit curious about this, and also with the Hyperstone, you know, then you can actually transition into other items that are more useful later on in the game. So this is a bit surprising to me. Bulba, they have the one thing going for them. He's very, very close to that relic right now, but it is coming out very, very late. He's gonna have a relic at 20 minutes and a radiance around, I'm guessing 22, maybe 23 minutes if something happens. But yeah, EG need to, I don't know, hope for. I think they're gonna have, you know, Team Spirit are gonna have to make some mistakes here for EG to be able to do something in this game. Illidan is actually going to purchase the Reaver. So when he uses that armlet, I think he's going to be sitting
top, at... Look, Aoi, he's just come in the Black Dragon, but Aoi, what was the plan here, son?
I don't know.
I mean, Ancients aren't that unkillable.
Yeah, especially not against the Windrunner with Aghanims.
Yeah.
Like, there's no reason for him not to just kill that Black Dragon.
What was that?
Especially when AOI is alone.
I'm a little bit shocked by that, and a little bit scarred. Bottom lane, always want to fly, going to get dunked down by Fear. So EG find themselves something, but losing Howie like that, it's not ideal. And I mean, yeah, just looking at the net worth, just the difference between them. Look, 10k on both of your cores on Spirit, 7k, 7.8, reaching on to 8k, but still a good 2k behind on the two cores of that of EG. And that's your offlaner and your safe laner. Sumail still struggling in the gold department. He's trying to work towards Aghanims first as well on the Queen of Pain this game.
Yeah, the one thing that is surprising to me is that EG are actually only behind by 6k gold, and it feels like it's so much more at this point. I feel like that doesn't tell the story of the game at all. To me, EG are just, they're way, way ahead. And the thing is, I mean Team Spirit, sorry, Team Spirit are way ahead. They have the Doom. Eventually, I assume this Doom, he's gonna go find a Wolf Creep, he's gonna get that aura. They have the Venge, so that aura on top of it. They have a CK who is massive. They have the Windrunner with the Aegis, he has Axe, he has Blink, he's going for, I don't know if there's gonna be a Deso or a Maelstrom. They have everything that they need. And EG are just, they're just trying to get anything. They are getting really close to that Radiance now, finally. Boba is only 400 gold away from the Radiance, so maybe they can make something happen when they get that.
Well, they certainly do need something to help slow down the progress of Team Spirit. As Team Spirit, as a 5-man, now grouping up, looking to take themselves at another tier 2, heading towards the bottom. We'll see if there's going to be any response from the side of EG if they do just let this go. They themselves are over on the side of the map of Spirit. Illidan coming out with the ult, no messing around here. He wants to get this push on and he wants to get it on quick.
Yeah, second time he gets that extra
He's
number of
getting lucky.
Phantasm. Yeah, he's
every
one lucky
time.
fella. And they're just gonna go high ground right now.
What's EG gonna do? Home is in serious trouble. They'll put the fortification. Radiance now done on Bulba. We'll see what kind of a defense they can formulate here on the high ground. EG sending the bear in at the moment. Team Spirit actually smoked up, maybe ready to kind of counter jump in. They'll let the illusions will away the tier 3, and it's going to go down to less than half health, and that's going to be good enough for Team Spirit. They're just playing it safe. They don't feel any need to try and pressure straight into EG at the moment, and they back up.
Yeah, they think this is the right choice. They know that all they have to do really is just siege when they have the CK ult, and EG can't really do much about that. EG are gonna go for an infest gank here. The X, the Nax is infested in the X, and we're gonna see if they're actually gonna manage to get anyone here.
See if they can get Phonic. I mean, he's been kind of the victim a few times of these ganks.
Yeah, so Mail getting close to his eggs now, finally. But he is very underfarmed still. I mean, we see the support Winter Wyvern being somewhat close to Sumail. Only 2k away. And both the CK and the Windrunner are way ahead. It's actually going to be a BKB coming out here on the Windrainer. And we see a scan here.
Yeah,
I think
so
there's a scan from EG.
They're probably aware that what Team Spirit
Actually,
maybe
yeah.
about smoke.
They saw the Team Spirit heroes there just now, so I would assume that they understand that they're gonna go for a smoke play.
I've actually got a smoke out. I don't like any of them do. But, I mean, EG...
They're waiting for the heart on the CK. He has a heart flying out right now.
Yeah, it's done.
And they're gonna be fighting with a heart CK armlet Midas, 24 minutes with almost 3.4k HP.
And well, we're adding up to the aura as well, 21 armor. Yeah.
Owen, what do you do when this CK runs at you?
I really don't know. And that Shackles just secured themselves a free 300 gold. They're going to try and jump in and fight onto Phonic, Cold Embrace, and then the swap back is going to keep him safe here. They're trying to go in with the Crystal Dome, but Illidan, he'll stun up PPD, cancel that one. Aoi coming back out, he's looking to try and fight against the CK. Can he do it? And he will bring down Illidan here. This is, you know, 2-for-1 trade at the moment, but finding the big kill onto Illidan. Not too bad here for EG. Aoi, Sumail and Bulba still looking all right. But yeah, they do get Illidan there. Is it Illidan? He gets heavily controlled and only bring down a 2 in return, and one of them being PPD. I mean, for a team that's behind as well, that's a trade that, yeah, EG will favor.
Yeah, I think EG are actually going to be happy with that. I mean, the CK did just pick up a heart, and he actually still went down. It was the maiden ult coming out of PPD there. It does a lot of damage, and especially to those illusions that take some extra damage. So we're going to see gold change is going to be 900 in favor of EG, 468 for Team Spirit. So about a 400 gold victory there for EG, while they're actually losing on the XP about the same amount.
Yeah, I mean, Bulba, yeah, really catching up on the Lone Druid, closing that gap.
Yeah, he's going to finish his Vlads now, I think.
Yep. So, I mean, it is starting to slip off a bit for Team Spirit. We can see that, you know, they got this net worth up. At the start, it wasn't really anything absolutely massive, but it certainly was a lead. They're around 7k. And now it's just kind of it's flatlining. And that's got to be worrying for this kind of side.
Yeah, we're going to see another smoke here. And this is without the Queen of Pain. The Queen of Pain is sitting up top. They are going to find the Winter Wyvern.
Straight in onto always want to fly dunk down as well. The question is, can they find themselves anything more?
It's going to be a good kill, but I'm just curious, is that really enough? When you smoke up with 4 heroes, you don't really want to find a Winter Wyvern like that. They do get some gold and a little bit of experience, but they can't really translate this kill into much of anything. I think the creep waves are not in, you know, where they need to be for EG right now, so they're not really going to get anything out of this. And I think that was one of their last smokes for now. It's going to be cooldown 5 minutes, unless one of them are holding on to one. No, 5 minutes without a smoke now for EG.
EG, and you just want to kind of keep this pressure on getting the tier 2 being taken down on the bottom. Team Spirit, they're going to bring in the bear, Shackle as well. They're going to look to punish it. And yeah, it's got to resummon. Team Spirit holding the defense and jumping forward. Funnick looking for a for the Doom. Who's he going to drop it on? He's going to Doom the bear here, and the Shackle onto the owner as well. We'll see if they can kill it. PPD looking for the Crystal over the sidelines, but the Winter's Curse there to hold it back and jumping forward. Sumail looking to finish it off. They're bursting down incredibly low. Illidan starting onto Aoi, but it's EG through the fight. I mean, the bear's been doomed, but he does not care. Illidan getting rooted up, taken down, and the rest of the side of Team Spirit only just getting the weight. Goldblack's able to TP himself out. Always want to fly. Is going to go down nonetheless. And suddenly, just like this, I mean, EG may have felt like they were behind in terms of the kills, but now they seem to be winning every fight.
Well, I mean, I don't think that you're supposed to doom the Spirit Bear. I don't think that that's a doom target. He has his Radiance. He doesn't actually lose anything from being doomed. I think EG would, any day of the week, want that Spirit Bear to get doomed. That's like the ideal target. If they're not dooming a creep, that is literally the best target that they could, you know, hope for.
I'm very confused by this game.
That was very strange. And also, the bear was also, it's going to get shackled up anyway, and just very strange there. And then they go in and take that fight, and very big victory for EG. And they're actually going to, they're ahead now in the experience, and they're almost tied in the gold now.
I mean, Team Spirit, they had a little bit lead at the start. Now it's kind of lost. I mean, you're gonna be a bit shaken up.
All of a sudden, Sumail is sitting at 3k gold, and I'm curious what he's gonna do with this. If it's gonna be a BKB or a Shivas. AOI is going for that SNY. Fear now sitting at almost 2k gold. Bulba is, what is he going to purchase? I assume it's going to be the AC next for Bulba. But EG all of a sudden looking in a much better shape. PPD doing a lot of damage in these fights with his Crystal Maiden.
I'm looking at Goldblack at the moment. What do you think about this? Venge, he is going straight for the Aghanim Scepter. He's only 500 gold away.
Oh, I'm fine. I'm totally fine with that. Yeah. The Axe on the Vengeful Spirit is very nice. You can just go in, just swap anyone, and then you die, and then you have a new clone, and you can just keep fighting. I think it's fine. The one thing he could go for is something like the Vladimir's, but I think potentially maybe Doom will go for that later on. Even the Winter Wyvern.
He's going to invest in a Vanguard for himself. SNY now picked up by Aoi on the Lifestealer. And Team Spirit are over the side of EG's map. Ready to try and make a walk in. There's going to be a scan up here. Not going to catch anything though, so no intel. Ready for the side, fully on. I mean, Illidan has the ults available. We saw him before. They do like to just go for these pushes. But they'll be a little bit more scared about the side of EG after.
Yeah, for the first time in the entire game, EG are actually ahead in gold.
Yeah. And they might be in a very good position to take this Roche fight. They've just scanned outside the pit. Wyvern is going to keep setting that off so they know exactly what's going on. The bear comes in, Savage Roar. They'll pop here the Winter's Curse onto Fear. Aoi's starting to munch away, but it doesn't matter. Rage and Sonic Wave, they're flying through. They'll burst down Wyvern. Fear dropping low will get taken down. Illidan being chased down by Aoi, but now he's being kited. They'll bring Aoi back in. They'll take him out. Godlike Streak for Iceberg. So it's a 2 for 2 though. See if anyone else is going to go down on this. Is on the sidelines. PPD Sumail. Maybe questioning if they can get themselves back in with the help of Bulba and his bear. Looking back towards Roche. Still, Spirit looking very strong. There's a Savage Robert Illidan. Should be able to finish off this bear. Brings him back in, takes him down. That's the bear gone.
Yeah, Boba is going to have one more bear, so I don't think that Team Spirit will be able to get this Roche.
Yeah, it looks like they're very respectful of the power of EG.
This win run is actually 9-0-6.
Yeah, I suppose we're having a great game. He really has, and he's got the money to show
it looks like Sumail is going to go for that Shivas, and it looks like EG are actually going to give up this Roche. I don't think that they were aware that Team Spirit snuck back in there. And that is going to be the Aegis once again on the Chaos Knight of Illidan.
On EG, hanging up then, just in case the Team Spirit made their way. But isn't going to be the case. Yeah, 18-12, they find themselves Roche. I mean, this is seeming to be a very, very close game. I mean, as it goes on, is there a side that has got the favourable picks for the late game?
I think it's hard to call. Both teams actually have really good late game. I mean, when you have a CK, a Venge, a Doom, and like a Wyvern, I almost think you should always have late game almost.
Yeah.
Just because of how those heroes can fight in the late game. The Venge with the auras and the Winter Wyvern and Doom obviously being two big ultimates. And then on top of that the CK. Once he gets really farmed, you know, it's just so hard to deal with those illusions, but EG has a lineup that is actually quite good at dealing with it. The Crystal Maiden and the Queen of Pain, they have a lot of magical damage between the two. Even the Radiance dealing some damage, you know, and they could potentially pull it off. And the thing is also, Phonic is quite under-farmed. He does not have a lot of farm on this Doombringer. He has now found one of these wolves, so Team Spirit are going to have a lot more damage once they actually have the Vengeful Spirit and the Doom next to the Windrunner, who is also now at a Crystallis with a double damage, level 16. This could be a very big fight for Team Spirit if the Windrunner gets to attack.
Yeah, if he lays down a focus fire on someone, he's killing them. I mean, maybe apart from Axe, where you've got to be very aware of the Blade Mail and just that bonus armor from the Berserkers, but that's not going to be really the target that this Rim Range is going for, I'd imagine. I mean, Iceberg, he'd love to, I guess, finding Sumail, you know, getting a good shackle off onto the Quap and just taking her out of the fight before she gets the spells out. It's going to be pretty big. Yeah, Team Spirit just playing very reactionary to the play of EG as they just push out the individual lanes. The bear coming from the top, as we saw, being forced back. Bottom lane, Sumail going to start to work his way down there, and it is a smoke cut for Team Spirit. We'll see if they're able to make the positive connection. Might find Sumail here in the jungle. Phonic leading the way, on his way around. Sumail.
I think Sumail is just about to get out.
If he can get the Blink Doom off, there's going to be time for Sumail to blink, and yeah.
He actually
Sumail
just breaks the smoke,
but the vision here, by the looks of it, but they can't quite do it. Can't quite get themselves round to the sidelines to get the vision through the tree.
I think that's about as close as it gets.
Oh, absolutely. Sumail by the skin of his teeth.
Yeah, I was just about to say.
Top lane Iceberg finds himself another free bear. I've got to say, there's been a lot of bear abuse this game. The amount of time Bulba's fed his bear.
Someone should call.
I mean, it literally must be about over 1k gold that Bulba's given away on his bear.
Oh, it's more. I think it's 1.2 or 1.5k gold, starting with that initial bear on the level 1. We have seen quite a few bears being killed. Team Spirit just hating on that bear.
Illidan, what's he got on his way out to him now? He's got the Manta style complete. So Heart, Armlet, Manta. He's level 17. I mean, Team Spirit, they've got to be in a pretty good shape to just go down another lane and try and break the base at this point. Or is there any reason for them to hold off and wait for EG to make a play?
No, I feel like they should try to deal damage with the CK while he still has Aegis up. I wouldn't even mind, like, they could go up to the base, and the one thing that they don't have any Force Staff, so they can't really force the CK out if anything happens. They have to invest the Venge swap. But I would like to see them just go up, siege the base. They could even just use the CK's Aegis right now, let him attack the base, and then afterwards they pop the Phantasm, they pop the Manta, and they just go in.
Yeah, man. No messing around. Does he get lucky? Yes, he does again. The Sonic Wave coming through. I'm certainly going to tickle the illusions at this point, and now Sumail's just been dragged right into the middle of the shackle as well. They get him! Sumail, he's been Glimmer Cape top though. They're going to keep it just alone, and finally the final swoop comes down. Takes down Sumail, he'll buy back straight away, trying to get himself into the fight. Funny moving forward with the Blade Mail. The Winter's Curse onto Aoi, and the illusions just forcing Bulba's bear back. So it is just going to be just that one death on the quad, but they get themselves the buyback out. And Team Spirit lose nothing. I think they'll be happy with just poking and getting that investment out from EG.
Yeah, Sumail did lose 1.3k gold off of that fight. And that is going to set him back quite a bit. He does have his Shivas already at level 16, and EG actually going to go for a smoke right away after Bulba finishes AC. The Aegis is going to be removed here from the CK, and EG are actually going to look to push now because they know that the CK's ultimate is down. They know that the Aegis is no longer there. This is something we've seen EG do in the past a lot. They like smoking up when the Aegis is just about to be reclaimed, and then take a fight right there.
Let's see if they can find it though. They pop the scan, yeah. They know that they're behind this tier 1, sorry, tier 2. But they, I mean, in terms of diving, I guess Fear can try and get himself in there, but it's going to be hard with Team Spirit just sitting back up at base. We'll see how close Iceberg comes to this creep, where they may have an interest in trying to jump in onto the Wind Ranger. For the time being, just pushing on the down. There's Fear. Gets the jump in. Blade Mail's up, but Goldblack swaps back Iceberg. Sonic Wave flies through. They've found the Vengeful Spirit, but they'll lose Fear in return. Illidan being chased down by Aoi. Now he's going to turn. Aoi infests himself into Sumail. Sorry, into the bear, and it walks itself away, so Aoi will be able to escape. It just sends the quick 1-for-1, but this time it's going to be Spirit. Happy with the trade, losing a support, and taking, well, I guess Fear is a similar position.
Yeah,
I guess it's
two supports, actually.
But it at least stops EG.
He has a bit
from
more
going
net worth
aggressive.
on the X, so I still think Team Spirit are quite happy with that trade, and EG were smoked up for that before, so I think this is good for Team Spirit.
And Doomstar's got Rich Funnick now walking around with nearly 3,400 gold. I mean, what
curious to see what he's going to pick up. I mean, I feel like he's been sitting with these items for the past, I don't know, 15, almost 20 minutes. Maybe he picked up the Blink Dagger a while back, but he has been having the same items for a really long time. I wouldn't be too surprised if we see something like a Shiva's Guard come out of him. The armor would help quite a bit.
I mean, Team Spirit at this point as well, they're just ready to try and push again. The ults come off cooldown for Illidan.
Yeah, AUI also has been sitting at the same items for quite a long time, not farming that much since he finished up that SNY. So he is not really gaining too much ground. Bulba is the one on EG who is getting quite a bit of farm, I guess.
Does he get lucky, Illidan? Oh, no, not this time. Not this time. Only gets the 3, not the bonus 4. But still, nonetheless, the pushing power is big. They'll take down the tier 3 in there. In fact, bring Fear in. He's got the Blade Mail, but they're still throwing the spells out, and the blast will get it. They'll find that one here and bring in the bear as well. Not going to quite be able to bring that one down, but Fear off the map for 45 seconds.
Yeah, and they're just baiting out the illusions. That's what they wanted to do. You see Illidan investing that ultimate, and now it's actually gone completely. So Bulba is going to have one more bear.
Oh, okay. Jumping in, PPD, Glimmer Cape's up, now look for the turn, the root comes through, the Sonic Wave as well, but the BKB pop by Iceberg, the Focus Fire takes down Sumail. They'll look to try and bring down the bear as well, and they will. Another 300 gold going into the pocket of Illidan. And they'll finish off the melee racks in the mid lane. The bear scaring Illidan away. They've got the root onto always want to fly out. Cole embrace himself, PPD just going with the Crystal Nova. He wants this Wyvern dead and he'll get it.
And there's going to be a gem for Evil Geniuses, and PPD is actually up to level 16 on his Maiden. I'm curious if he's going to go for... Is he going for Staff, or is he actually going to go for something like an Axe? I wouldn't mind seeing an Axe on the Crystal Maiden, actually.
Axe could be really good. I mean, at the moment it is just what the Iceberg Wind Ranger with the BKB. So yeah, if you can get that off around the CK, you are going to do a hell of a lot of damage.
Yeah, he could deal so much damage with that here, actually. It's going to be an Aether Lens coming out of PPD. So I guess that increases the radius a bit on the freezing field.
Just a little bit extra damage. It's going to be nice. And eyes on Roshan, it is up. Team Spirit, to be fair, I don't know if they're going to actually... They won't be in a position to contest this one at all by the looks of it. EG.
Yeah, this is really important for EG to actually get this. Yeah. We see a Crystal is up on AUI. So very unconventional build on the Lifestealer coming out of AUI. But yeah, this is a very important Roche for EG. I'm curious if they're actually going to leave this Aegis or maybe this the cheese for Sumail to pick up, because he doesn't have buyback right now and he's falling quite a lot behind. But yeah, it's going to be the cheese for him. They're going to take the... No, actually, they give it to Bulba. Unless he's going to give that over to Sumail. I feel like it would be better up on Sumail, but we're going to see what they do. Bulba is sitting at 3.2k. He has he has the AC finish, the Radiance Vlads. Curious to see what he's going to go next. I think... Is it going to be a Maelstrom, or is it going to be... What else could it possibly be? Maybe an MKB up against the Windrunner. Wouldn't be too bad either.
Oh, we can see Team Spirit just a little bit more scared now. They're hanging back. Iceberg, 2.2k on top of the Daedalus. I'll see what the next bit of game plan is. Yeah, ping's coming through.
Yeah, always want to fly. He's going for that Axe, and we see Phonic has actually finished that, completed Shivas now. And it looks like Goblak is going to go for...
Now he's trying to fight up against Illidan here. He is going straight in on the back lines. Phonic drops the Doom onto the Crystal Maiden. Illidan's going to be cold and braced up. Phonic with a Shiva's Guard. Moving the chase down. The Blade Mail as well, reflected loads of this damage, and Sumail's gone. He's out of the fight. Winter's Curse onto the bear, just trying to hold Aoi in this fight, and they'll get the follow-up Magic Missile, trying to take down the Lifestealer. They've already found two as Iceberg picks up a double kill. Aoi can't quite finish off Goblak there because of the cold embrace. Phonic pops the Blade Mail, walks it off. The swap, the pull-in, they'll take him down. The Aegis is now gone off the Lifestealer. Bulba being forced away as Iceberg's going to chase him down with a focus fire, look to finish off the Lone Druid, and at the same time Illidan's fighting Aoi. So they kill the Lone Druid. Now Fear is getting the dunks on the back lines, but here's Iceberg turning up with his Shackle, the Daedalus, the crits. He'll find it, 4 dead. It's only Aoi, the last man surviving for the side of EG here. Team Spirit chasing him down. They're trying to bring him in. This man on the Wind Ranger doing an insane amount of damage, and he gets himself the triple kill. Iceberg this game, 15-0-9. Ripping EG to shreds. And I mean, what a fight for them there. They tried their best EG, but it's just too much damage on this Wind Ranger. And she's having free reign across the whole fight.
Yeah, Iceberg is having a great game. But I mean, we see, if you look at the graph, the fight recap, we see 6.5k damage dealt by the CK, 5.4k damage dealt by the Lifestealer. So these carries are actually doing a tremendous amount of damage, both of them. What happened in that fight was that Sumail did end up getting shackled while he was somewhat low, so he doesn't actually get the cheese off. PPD didn't get to deal any damage, and he loses that gem. So both Sumail and PPD did practically 0 damage in that fight.
Yeah,
and as a result, Team Spirit take the fight.
Yeah, a good jump in from Phonic, just dooming the PPD.
Yeah, it looked a bit wonky at first, but they actually managed to kill the Crystal Maiden, and great blink in Shackle onto Sumail and killing him by the Wind Ranger.
See EG, what's the plan for the boys next? Bulba's got 4k gold, yeah. Demon Edge now picked up on the Lone Druid.
What do you buy now on the Wind Ranger? Is it? He's actually going to buy a Skadi.
Skadi?
He's going Skadi, it looks like.
Alright,
yeah, he is.
Yeah.
This is going to be, is this the first ever Skadi? No, this is actually not that bad. No? He's going to get a lot of stats from this Skadi. I mean, it's a very unusual build for a Wind Ranger.
Very good against kind of, I guess,
he's going to be very tanky, and the slows are actually going to help quite a lot against both the Nakes and the Lone Druid, I feel. Bulba, he's going for that MKB, and he's going to have it in 1k gold. And that's going to be really important up against the Windrunner, because they really need to kill her before she deals so much damage in every fight. Blink now up on the Lifestealer.
This is some funky Lifestealer. It really is.
This is, if you ask the stats people, I'm pretty sure that this is the first ever build like this. I mean, even if you disregard the Echo Saber, the blink crit, this is why,
then Fan always want to fly. He'll get the Winter's Curse off, Con embracing himself, buying some time for the rest of the team to come back in, and they are heading their way down the lane here. Team Spirit jumping in with full force and ready to go. There's a buyback from the Wyvern. He wants to turn back up to the fight. The Doom again onto PPD here, taking the CM out of this one. Iceberg, he's low, he's got to back up. Illidan, he's managing to get a lot of damage out onto Aoi. Now he's being focused fine. Look at this Iceberg go to work here. Does lose his life here. Coming in with the spins, but Illidan, he's got Oh, yeah, he's got it. He gets himself the double, the cold embrace, keeping the CK alive here. Sumail and Bulba, can they deal? 2v2, the root's out till it, and they'll get the burst, and now they'll jump forward. Sumail, he's looking to try and wipe the side of Team Spirit. He's got the Shiva's Guard closing in onto the Wyvern as well. He will find it. They'll wipe Team Spirit, and EG hitting back hard. They needed that one. The last few fights have been a bit of a mess, and this time they come out on top, and it's a dieback as well on the Wyvern.
Look at this fight recap.
Look at that. Look
This
at
is
those numbers.
a
Break it down. For
11,000 experience for EG, and 4,300, and also so this is like a 7k, 6k gold swing, and 6k experience for EG. And what happened in that fight? Fear, he got a huge call off. He got the CK before he was able to pop the Phantasm, bringing him down to about 50-ish%. And then on top of that, getting another call when the Phantasm was out. So he basically negated the entire Phantasm. Also Sumail managing to blink out before he got stunned by the CK, where he was actually trying to get Sumail.
Look at this as well. Funnick, he's coming in, he's trying to hold on to his base, but the bear jumps it down. Melee racks on the bottom are gone. And they'll get themselves out. Bulba and Sumail keeping themselves cool, keeping themselves frosty. There is still a gem on the deck. I think PPD, he knows it's there.
Yeah, I think that Team Spirit actually, they can see it now, they're pinging it. Oh, but PPD is gonna... Is he?
PPD?
Oh, he walked past it.
What?
PPD didn't see the gem. Peter!
Why is he not picking? Come on, PPD.
Yeah, they're pinging out that ward before he even places it.
PPD.
Oh, Peter.
Oh, man.
They do finish up the Lincoln Sphere on the Queen of Pain, but yeah, that fight, that was... I think that was 90% Fear. And the 10% amongst the rest.
Oh, why didn't he get the gem?
90% Fear, 80% Sumail, and 100% EG Bobo.
EG Bobo. I mean, I've got to say, Bulba has recovered very nicely considering the start that he had.
Yeah, Bulba is actually he's only died twice this game, and I mean he did have a very rough start.
Died about 20 times.
Yeah, going up against CK, Wyvern, and Venge is not the easiest lane for a lone druid. He was a bit underfarmed, but he's catching up now, and
really nice.
He has the MKB. He has 2.2k gold. On top of that, AC Radiance, so he's dealing a lot of damage now, sitting quite close to the CK net worth now.
Let's see, I mean, EG, Fear's coming in, they do want to try and find something, they've got the lifesteal bomb prepared and they'll get the jump in. The Blade Mail's out as well, looking to crawl it in, jump in, he gets swapped out. Go Black buying time and they'll get the chance of the Phantasm. Doom dropped onto Ari, but the roots onto Funnick. They should be able to find the lifesteal and they will. Lifesteal now got on Sumail, shooting out the Sonic Wave there from the sidelines, but they've already lost 2, they've lost 3. Sumail getting himself a kill experience, he does finish off the Doom, but now it's Team Spirit on the chase. They're looking for Bulba, they'll get the Skadi slow. Iceberg and the boys jumping in, Shackle in, brought back with the Rift. It's a double kill for the Wind Ranger. Sumail the last man standing, and he will get the TP off. But back and forth this game has been. This time it's a big fight for Spirit. 4 for 1, and Bulba actually buying back at the end of that one.
Yeah, that was a great swap by Goblack, getting the CK out of danger there and managing to turn the fight there with the Phantasm. Bulba does buyback there. I'm not entirely sure what that was about. Maybe they want to take a fight right away after the Phantasm is on cooldown, or maybe he just wants to buy back so that his Spirit Bear is back up sooner, so that he can get one more Spirit Bear. So yeah, not exactly sure what the thought process is, but I'm assuming they just want the Spirit Bear to be off cooldown so that he can have another bear sooner rather than later.
There we go.
And a very back and forth game.
Yeah, I mean they're basically going to take a serious amount of damage on the half of EG's map. A second set of racks going down on the bottom. Now with the base advantage, 2 lanes for them, only half a lane for EG on the bottom.
And Roche is going to be up now.
Yeah, Team Spirit can take it so quickly as well, Weisberg. The amount of damage this man does.
Yeah, they have a Wind Ranger with 6 slots. They have Eventual Spirit with Vlad's and Vengeance Aura. They have CK with AC, and they have a Doom with the Wolf, Critical Wolf. So they have so much physical damage on this lineup right now. 6k gold, 6.3k gold up on the CK on top of that with the Aegis, and he's gonna be 6 slotted after this Aegis is gone.
This is looking, I mean, it does look scary for EG, but EG have shown us that they do still have the power to take these fights in return. If they can get a good cool off and a good Sonic Wave to follow through and just allow Bulba and Aoi to just clean off the back lines.
Yeah, at this point, it's not so much actually about items. It's more so about who gets the initiation, who gets the better jump off, who can take out one hero immediately, and then just take the fight from there.
Team Spirit. What's the plan? Pings coming through. Funnick and Iceberg and Go Black. Ready to go on a little bit of an adventure, breaking out across the map.
This is where we start looking at buybacks. I think we are going to have no buyback on Bulba, and yeah, then there are a few heroes also missing buyback, but most cores here have buybacks. It's just Bulba without one right now.
Drawing the line up towards the top, Team Spirit.
Yeah, AUI, his farm is pretty much just stopped. He has been at this same items for a very, very long time now. He is still dealing quite a lot of damage.
And oh boy, I think this is what the first Axe Wyvern we're going to see in in this patch. And indeed, so what we've got, the toggleable Arctic Burn, costs what, 40 mana a second? But yeah, that bad boy can go on and off as much as he wants and whenever he wants. So
that is nice.
It's going to be nice for sitting on the side of the fight stand. Also nice as well if it swings back around again and EG get a push on.
Yeah,
so
it's
really
very
nice
hard to
high ground
siege
defense.
against the Arctic Burn, obviously.
Yeah. Aghanim's Wyvern, boys. Get hype indeed. Let's see how hard they want to try and go in on the top here. Spirit, ready with the push. EG, they are going to be there with the defense. Fear, need to lead the way. See if they can get the jump out. They're going to Glimmercave Fear, see if he can get himself in position. They'll jump in, but oh, the shot coming out. They're looking to take down the bear here. At the same time, the lone someone Samael, he flicks himself out to the sidelines. The Winter's Curse is out, and Illidan, he did get the ult off here. He's going to bring himself across. Samael jumps forward. They'll rip into Bulba, and Bulba's gone. First capture of the fight. Aoi's down as well, and that's Bulba gone without a buyback available. Shackle going to get blocked by the Linkers. PPD being doomed up, chased down. Find themselves a third. The buyback coming out from PPD. Aoi as well, wanting to return to the fight, but Team Spirit losing nothing for the time being. Illidan continuing to push forward. Aoi jumping in, trying to take down the CK. There's a cold embrace just protecting Illidan for the time being, but Aoi is too much damage here. He finally gets himself out, only just able to jump himself into Samael. The blink out's there as well. Fear trying to frontline this one. Lotus Resolve going to bounce the stun, the Chaos Bolt back onto the Chaos Knight, but 3 dead on EG. Team Spirit, they're going to do it here in game 1. GG is called. And it was a close one there, PyCap, but Team Spirit back and forth, and at the end of the day, I don't know, they just had, it was the classic stuff from Team Spirit, nothing too funky. They stuck to what they knew. EG obviously trying something a little bit new. Aoi 2000's Lifestealer item build, certainly something to mention. And it just wasn't good enough at the end of the day. The CK was too much. 10-3-16 and Iceberg. 19-1-14 on the win.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. That was a crazy back and forth game, but